Hey YouTube, it's the test lead, and today we're going over how safe are QA jobs. Recently, it seems like every week another big tech company is doing mass layoffs. By the numbers, Yahoo plans to lay off 20% of its workforce. Microsoft plans to lay off 10,000 employees this year. Amazon, 18,000 employees will be laid off. And Coinbase, 950 employees will be laid off. And these are just some of the layoffs for big tech companies. So, with all of these big tech companies downsizing, is QA still a good career path? Let's dive a little deeper by going through these topics. First, why these firings might be happening, and then second, how safe are QA testing jobs today? So first, let's talk about why these mass firings might be happening. Usually, the job market has its phases of mass hiring and mass firing. So this is not a new concept. Many well-qualified people are left jobless or left competing against tough competition because of bad timing, and they are entering the job market when it is rough. Other times, as long as you could walk and talk at the same time, a job will give you a chance. So timing is very important when you're applying to a job. Over the past few years, many tech companies grew tremendously as people stayed home and relied on technology more than ever. To match this new growth, many big tech companies had several phases of mass hiring because they projected that they would continue to grow at these unnatural large numbers and wanted to get ahead. This is where the problems start at, because many of these tech companies didn't continue to grow at these alarming rates. So now these companies are left with extra employees that they don't actually need but are still paying for. So what's the next logical move? Get rid of some of these extra employees and save some money. And that's kind of what you're seeing with all these big tech companies. They're pivoting to, let's stop with these crazy projections and let's start saving a little bit of money, because we have these extra employees and they're not really doing anything. They're not benefiting us. They're costing us, if anything. And now, what you're here for. How safe are QA testing jobs today? Every day, a new company is created that either sells software, services, or a product. Logically, this means that every day, new QA software testing jobs are being created and will continue to do this in the near future. No matter how bad the economy gets, you'll go online and see a million new stores being created. Although you see these mass firings taking place, there will always be a company out there hiring. Now let's dive a little deeper and examine these companies that are doing the mass firings. If we look at the list I mentioned previously, what do they all have in common? Yeah, they're big technology companies. And that would be a problem if mid-size and small technology companies didn't exist. Everyone's focused on the large, biggest companies, but there's smaller companies also that are not doing these mass firings. Now, let's take another step back. QA testing jobs exist across all job sectors, and people tend to forget that. When medical companies or hospitals make regular updates to their software or systems, what do you think they need to test it and make sure it works as expected? Software QA testers. When a manufacturing company has software systems for their warehouses to continually update, who will they need to test it? Software QA testers. When schools and universities have software that they continually update for registration, who do they call? Software QA testers. So to answer your question, I think software QA testing jobs are still very safe today and will still be in demand in the near future. Don't let one small subsector of the QA job market scare you to think that jobs for QA are going away this year. We can revisit this video years down the line and examine. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it, but I don't think QA jobs are going anywhere in the near future or next couple of years at all. So if you want to get into the space, get into it now, stop procrastinating, jump right in. Honestly speaking, even the company I work for now is a financial tech company, and we're still doing hiring. When the world got shut down, we had a temporary hiring freeze, but after that, we were back to normal. So don't get discouraged and start applying now for jobs. If you need help on your QA journey, check out my book, QA Must Know Vocabulary. If you got any value from this video, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And most importantly, don't forget to learn something new today.